Okay, so here we are at the Epoxy Coatings Training Course, Segment 4, where we're going to review the materials that we prefer to use in way of applying this epoxy product over concrete. Now, keep in mind that you don't have to use the products that we recommend. We're simply just using these as an example of our experience. You can use really any product that you want to. You'll just need to become educated from the manufacturer of the application of those products if you choose to go a different route. These are the simplest, most user-friendly products simply because they're water-based and they accomplish the same thing and give you just a lot more time to be able to work with them. Whereas a lot of other epoxy materials that are not water-based, that are solvent-based, are going to have a pot life and a reaction time where you only have a certain window of time to apply it before it sets up on you. So just keep that in mind as you decide on what material you would like to use in way of the product itself of the epoxy coating. We're going to go into the details of all of the usage of the water-based product that we have in mind for you so that you can see exactly how it's used, and we'll be able to provide for you references to those vendors and suppliers and distributors for that particular product if you choose to reach out to them and purchase it. So I hope that you enjoy the photos and the video footage that we're going to provide for you here going forward, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the other side. This is a snapshot of the materials that we're going to be using, namely the epoxy color coatings as well as the sealers that we're going to be using with an epoxy clear coat and or the option to use a urethane. All of these elements are all water-based, as you'll notice as we go through all the video clips in applying the product. This is a little bit closer snapshot of the product. They come in a 2-gallon kit, they call it, part A and a part B. You mix these together and there's about a 3 to 6 hour window of pot life. These are the basic colors that are offered for this particular product. It's a short list, but it's got good basic colors, I think, that are available for you as a customer. I thought it would be good too to throw in these data sheets. These will be super helpful and beneficial. You're going to need these. I'm going to provide these in your PDF download anyway in your library, so you can download these things and print them off if you want to refer to. These are just some snapshots of the epoxy water-based clear coat. They come in a little bit smaller kit. It's about 1.25 gallon kit with the epoxy itself. These are data sheets once again with relationship to the water-based epoxy clear coat. When you're putting it down, you can see what all of the safety elements are, as well as what the square footage and coverage that will be in, how to apply it, and what you can expect that way. This is the urethane clear coat. This also has its own data sheet that's associated with that product. We probably use the epoxy clear coat more often than we do the urethane, just simply because we've discovered that the epoxy clear coat gives us a little bit thicker of an application, whereas the urethane's a little bit thinner. There is a little higher sheen though, however, in the urethane. You can see from these examples here what a high sheen and gloss there is in these two first examples of these epoxy snapshots here. This is another one with the urethane clear coat. The sheen has definitely got a little bit more of a reflection of the product. These samples here of epoxy coatings have the epoxy clear coat as opposed to the urethane. These are the color chips options that you'll have to choose from if you decide you want to do color chips in your epoxy coating project. These are just a few samples of what some of those colors reflect in the base coat. There's just a multitude of combinations that you can use. You can see here that customers have become pretty creative with some of their color chip combinations that they cast into the base coat, color coat of the epoxy itself. So the cast can be pretty heavy, or you can go pretty light on it, or medium, or anything in between. So that concludes segment 4 of the Epoxy Training Course in materials. I hope that you've enjoyed that and it's been educational for you, and that it's helped you to see what the possibilities and options are for you in applying the epoxy coating itself on your concrete project. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video segment.